Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. You know how we usually pull in all sorts of sources for these things?
Yeah.
Well, this time we're going deep on just one.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yep,
interesting.
just one. We're diving into the lyrics of 360 by Charli XCX.
Oh,
I
cool.
don't know if you've heard it, but it's such a banger.
Yeah, no,
It's
360.
high energy, it's catchy, it just makes you want to move.
Mm.
I feel like there's some serious depth under the surface.
Right. Yeah, I get that feeling too.
Like beyond those super catchy hooks, there's got to be something more there.
Mm.
So that's what we're going to dig into. So like right off the bat, the song starts with, I went my own way and I made it.
Mm.
And then it's like, bam, I'm your favorite reference, baby.
Oh, yeah.
That's not just confidence, you know.
No, it's not just confidence. It's a statement.
It is, especially coming from Charli XCX.
Totally. When you think about her and everything she said about creative freedom, about control over her music and her image, especially in the music industry as a woman, I mean,
It's tough.
it is.
It's really tough.
And she's been super vocal about those challenges.
Yeah.
So when you hear those lyrics in 360, I think it just takes on this whole other level.
Absolutely. Like it's her putting her foot down saying, I'm doing this my way.
Exactly.
Yeah. And speaking of doing things her own way, there's this line that really jumped out at me. Call me Gabriette, you're so inspiring.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
What's that about?
Well, right away, it's deliberate, right?
Yes.
She's name-dropping Gabriette for a reason. And when you think about who Gabriette Bechtel is, it makes sense.
Fill me in.
So she's a model and an artist, and she's got this totally unique look, this edgy, androgynous style. She's not afraid to push boundaries with how she presents herself.
So it's like Charlie's aligning herself with that energy.
Exactly. And I think it's more than just the style, it's the attitude, too.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, Gabriette, she's not trying to fit into anyone's box, She's not seeking validation. She just owns her own space.
Yeah.
And that really resonates with what Charlie's doing in 360.
Yeah, you're right. It's like that whole I don't need your approval vibe.
Exactly. It's powerful.
Okay, so we've got this theme of individuality and control, and then there's this whole other layer about style.
Oh, for sure. 360 is dripping with style.
It is like that line, no style, I can't relate. So blunt.
Uh-huh.
And then you've got all this imagery. Drop down. Yeah, put the camera flash on. So stylish, baby. Tears all gone.
Yeah, it's like she's building a whole visual world.
But it feels like more than just creating a persona.
Right. It's a commentary, too, I think. On the whole performance of it all, like how we all kind of curate these images of ourselves, especially online. We want to project this idea of confidence, of perfection, but what about the stuff we don't show?
The vulnerability.
The real stuff.
Yeah, exactly. The tears that get brushed aside.
So it's like she's playing with those ideas, with those expectations.
Yeah, I think so. And it's interesting because she doesn't shy away from the more provocative aspects of that. Well, yeah, I mean, how can we not talk about when you're in the mirror, you're just looking at me?
That one definitely makes you stop and think.
I mean, my first thought was, whoa, is she being egotistical here?
Yeah, I can see that. But I think it's more nuanced than that.
So what's going on there then?
Well, remember earlier she says, I'm your favorite reference, baby. And throughout the song, it's like, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. It's like she's become this larger-than-life figure whose style and image are being replicated everywhere.
You mean like she's acknowledging her own influence?
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like she's saying, whether you realize it or not, I'm shaping culture. I'm influencing how people see themselves. And that's a powerful thing to recognize and to claim.
Okay, so it's not just ego, it's like self-awareness.
Yeah, and it's a commentary on the power of pop culture, the power of image.
Okay, so there's one more line I have to ask about,
Yeah.
because it really threw me.
Which one?
That city sewer sluts the vibe.
Oh, yeah, that's a wild one.
It is. It's like, what is going on here?
Well, I think this is Charli at her most provocative. She's not afraid to use language that's going to make people uncomfortable.
And she definitely succeeds there.
But it's more than just shock value. I think she's deliberately clashing these two images. The city sewer, which is grimy, dirty, kind of gross, and then slut, which is this word that's been used to shame and control women for centuries. Yeah. But she's taking those words and she's flipping them. She's reclaiming them. She's saying, you know what? I'm not going to be defined by your labels.
Yeah.
I'm going to take those words and I'm going to make them my own.
It's like a big middle finger to all the expectations and the judgments.
Exactly. And that leads perfectly into the final line in the song. I don't fucking care what you think.
Mic drop.
Seriously, the perfect ending. It brings the whole song full circle.
Because ultimately, 360 is about owning your own narrative. It's about being confident in who you are, even if it doesn't fit the mold.
Right, and it's about not letting anyone else define you. It's about taking control and saying, this is me, take it or leave it.
It's a powerful message.
Yeah.
And it's delivered in such a catchy way.
That's the beauty of Charli XCX. She can make you think and dance at the same time.
So we started with a pop song, and we ended up talking about image and influence and the power of claiming your own space.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how much is packed into just a few lines of lyrics.
It makes you wonder what other layers are hiding in plain sight in the music we listen to every day.
Right, like how much meaning are we missing just because we're not really paying attention?
So maybe that's the challenge for all of us, to listen a little deeper, to think a little harder about what's behind the music we love.
I'm down for that challenge.
Me too. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Until next time, I'm a Bucket.